Good morning, everyone. This is Adrian at 18 Echo SF, and it is about 6:30 a.m. Right now. The sun hasn't even come up. You can see it's still pretty dark and gray out there. But I wanted to do a little short video about my car. Today is its 1-year birthday of sorts. The 1-year anniversary of the day I picked it up, August 24th, 2017. And as I parked my car 5 minutes ago, I have 10,889 miles. As expected, the car has run perfectly with absolutely zero problems. The only issue I had, I did pick up a screw in the driver's side rear tire, but it was well inside the tread, and I took it to Discount Tire. They removed the screw, plugged it, and everything's fine. Other than that, the car has run just beautifully. You may or may not know this is not my first Porsche, but I've had rear engine, mid-engine, front engine Porsches. I've loved them all, but this 911 is really something. And for any of you who have not seen previous videos, you know, this is a Miami blue color. It's in the upper level of colors for Porsche. It's a manual transmission, 7-speed, which I've been driving manuals my entire life. By the way, tomorrow, the 25th of August, is my birthday, and I'll be 74 years old, so I'm really just an old guy now. You know, I have a racing background with motorcycles, more than 15 years. I tracked Porsches for about 8 years. Now I'm just an old guy who enjoys driving his car. Anyway, this has been a wonderful automobile, and you know, I didn't go too crazy when I did the options on it. The wheels were one of the most expensive options. They're the Carrera Sport wheels, 20-inch. I love these wheels. If I get another Porsche, I would absolutely get the exact same wheels. I wouldn't even think twice about it. I do have a sport exhaust. I got that mainly because I liked the way it looked with the two center exhaust pipes, the tips rather, as opposed to having the exhausts on either side. I just liked the way this looked. And other than that, let me see, I got the Bose sound system, which I used to tell people I'm not sure it was even worth doing that, but I've taken that back recently. I think I'm really glad that I did it, and I would do it again as well. And there is a possibility that I could get another Porsche. As I said, this is a manual car, and in my increasing age here, I keep thinking, well, can I keep driving manuals until the very end? Well, if not, I would get the PDK. And the biggest decision that I would have, believe it or not, would be the color. You know, I've gone back and forth about, I had a Boxster, 2016 Boxster, which I absolutely loved, and I've gone back and forth on, you know, do I save myself about $20,000 or $25,000 and get a Boxster, or do I get another 911? But I love the 911 so much, I doubt seriously that I would get the Boxster. The one thing that I have considered is buying a vintage Porsche. Now, I only own one car at a time. Well, we have our family car, and then I have my car, which has always been a Porsche. But there's a local restoration and build shop in Fallbrook, California, called CPR, California Porsche Restoration. Fabulous company. You know, everybody in the world seems to know Singer, but the folks at CPR, they make cars darn close to what the Singers are, and slightly less money. And I have considered buying one of the vintage cars, you know, 72, 73 S and just having that as my daily driver. However, the modern cars are just so good. I mean, they are so good. You don't have to put up with just about anything. There's no oil leaks. There's more power in these cars. The air conditioning works, which it basically never works in the old cars. It doesn't work well at all. It's even more comfortable to drive. The transmissions are better, and on and on and on. Now, the vintage cars, there's a lot to be said for them, and the heritage and all of that about the 911, and that I absolutely love. So I have considered that, but more than likely I will probably stay with the modern car. So that keeps me right at a 911. I have thought maybe I would do a Carrera 4 or a 4S, and it would probably be my last Porsche. Of course, every time I say that, my wife really laughs, because I've said that numerous times, and it never seems to be my last Porsche. However, the biggest issue is the color. We have fallen in love with this Miami blue. One of the main problems is I was thinking about doing a paint to sample car, but Porsche has raised the price for paint to sample on the 911 to over $13,000, and I just absolutely will not pay that kind of money strictly to get a custom color. I just think it's excessive. About a year and a half ago, the price was like $7,000, and that's a lot of money. I would have paid that for the next car, but I won't do $13,000. Even my Miami blue on this was $3,300, which that's a chunk of change to put into the paint on your car. And I drive my car every day. I don't baby it. I take care of it, but I don't have a clear bra. I don't do ceramic coatings. I put one kind of coat of liquid wax once a year, and that's it. And I mostly use waterless car wash on it, even though I have recently started going to a local hand car wash, and they do a wonderful job. It's getting more difficult for me to get down to do the wheels, so that's really one of the main reasons. Anyway, I love this car. It has a graphite blue interior, which I'll show you. I don't know whether you'll be able to see the color very much. I'm sorry about my water bottle. Oh yeah, you should be able to see the color. It's a fantastic color. These are the Sport Plus seats. I like the extra little bolsters and how they come up, particularly down right on the seat, and along the side. So that was, a plus as well. And I do have, let me journey around to the other side. I do have the Sport Design wheel, which I really love. It's about an inch smaller in circumference, and you can see there's no buttons on it. It's just a steering wheel, which I love. These came out of the 918, and it's a fantastic steering wheel. And then the only other thing I did were the mirrors. These are the Sport Design mirrors. I didn't want black on the bottom under here, which the stock mirrors have, and they charge you if you want to paint it. Porsche, they love charging for everything. Anyway, but I love the look of these, and how it's open in the frame on the bottom. You can see it's open all through here. I love that part. So if I buy another Porsche, I probably would configure the car exactly the same. Oh yeah, one other thing. I did have the dealer, which most people do, change out the side turn signal markers to the European clear ones. Those are LEDs. And because I just think it looks really, really nice. And I stayed with the bi-xenon headlights. I don't particularly like the looks of the LEDs for the headlights. It has LED running lights, but not headlights. And I don't drive very much at night anymore, so for me, the extra money just didn't make any sense. And I didn't want the PDLS system where the headlights actually turn when you make a turn left or right, because, you know, right down here, right here, they put that ridiculous little headlight washer tube that sticks up, and I just hate the way it looks. So that's another reason I stayed with the bi-xenons. But anyway, I would configure my next car almost exactly the same, I think. And the only other color that I think my wife and I would consider other than Miami blue would be the carmine red. And even though I'm not a real lover of red cars, even guards red, the carmine red is really nice. It's very rich looking and kind of different. You can see people are starting to go to work. Anyway, happy birthday to my car. I'm so pleased that I bought it and spent the money. You know, it's kind of a joke about not being able to take it with you or to leave it to your family. But it's kind of true. You have to enjoy your life right up to the very end. And that's exactly what my wife and I are trying to do. So, and luckily we're in a position to do that. Some people are not. And, you know, completely grateful for everything that I have, and very, very happy that I can continue to like Porsche. Anyway, I hope you like my car. I've told everyone I don't really care if anybody likes it. And the only thing that matters, I think, in the cars we drive is that we love them, whoever the we is. And in my case, it's me as a driver, my wife as a passenger. My wife doesn't drive this car. I've offered it to let her take it out. And she can drive a manual transmission, but she hasn't driven one in about 40 years. So she's kind of scared to death to even think about backing us out of the driveway. So we'll see if I still have this next year. It's hard to say. You know, I got rid of my Boxster with 13,000 miles on it. But I love this car so much. I enjoy driving it every day that it would take a lot for me to really sell it, put another 20 or 30 grand out, you know, figuring I'd probably lose a little bit of money selling this, and then stepping up, particularly if I step up to an S or a 4, Carrera 4, you know, you're going to put out, you know, probably $20,000 more dollars. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, I hope you're all having a good day, and I wish you all the best, and be safe out there, folks, and drive carefully. Have a great day.